what I've been asked to talk about tonight is finishing strong in December. You know, quite often we think that the Christmas season, December, it's a write-off for business, especially in network marketing. And I'm here to tell you it's one of our best months of the year. I know why I've been asked to speak to you about it, because when I first started working with Kathy and Paul and Judy and Ian Murray, we were in another business, and I had worked very hard September, October, November, thinking, okay, I can relax. It was December the 1st, and I had the best of the time, you know, it was over and done with, and I was going to do a little bit of slowing down in the month of December, get ready for Christmas. And I got a call on December the 1st from one of my team members, and he said, I am ready to move up to the next level this month. And I want to say, are you crazy? This is Christmas. This is, you know, this is a busy time. Everybody's too busy to work. But I also learned in my career with network marketing that when your people are ready to work, you need to run with them. So I kept my mouth shut and I said, okay, bring it on. And we had a very good month. Both of us ended up by moving up the rank. And it was interesting. When the owner of the company was recognizing us, he said it was the first time in the company's history of 35 years that anybody had moved up the rank in December. And I got to thinking about it, because a lot of people think it is a bad month. But when you look at the stores and retail sales, if they're not doing a big business in December and the end of November, they actually judge their whole year on what they do in that month. And there are many good things that happen in December that don't happen at any other time of the year. And I want to share with you some of those ideas to help you finish off your month, because January, February, and March is going to be the strongest season, one of the strongest seasons in network marketing. And you want to finish December well so that you're on track to make headlines in that busy season of that first quarter of the year in 2016. One thing that we have going for us right now is we have incredible promotions. You know, our European trip, I mean, most companies give that trip away to the top 10 or the top few. This company is giving it to everybody that wants to work towards it. And we have 6 weeks left. It's still very doable, even for the brand new person. The second thing is the GPG is offering a promotion of $2,000 bonus to the first 5 people that get to Sapphire Elite this month. And one person's already taken it, so there's 4 more positions. Who's going to get it? There are many other promotions, but the Yes promotion that's going on, it finishes at the end of the year. We have a $1 sign-up form for many different countries, not for North America or Europe, but for many of the others. So you can go online and see those countries. But we also have other things that we can talk about with our prospective contacts. In other words, one thing I always line up is that in the month of December, we have something very special that our income tax department gives us, and that is the benefit of having tax deductions off our income tax. And what happens is you can write off. At this time of year, people are thinking that they have to put in money towards their RSPs, or can't remember what they call it in the States, but they're talking thousands and thousands of dollars putting away just to offset what they owe in income tax. But did you know that the startup kit, your package that you start with, is an income tax deduction? Just for starting in December, anytime in December, you can write off your month's costs of what it costs you to run your home office, what it takes to run that home office, whether it be you know, heat, water, whatever the case may be. That portion is a write-off. All those things that you do normally, you can write off for the month of December if you start in December. You can also, there are year-long write-offs that you can write off. In other words, your driver's license. If you got in the car once to talk to somebody about the business in December, you can write off your whole year of because you need a driver's license. The same thing is true of your car insurance. There are many, many things. See an accountant to be sure, but I do know that these things really work well in kind of lowering the amount of income tax you're going to need in the next year. Another thing that's so great is there are a couple of New Year's resolutions that are very popular. Number one New Year's resolution is weight loss. And what do you know? We have an incredible weight loss system. And what I'm very excited about tonight is it came up on our computers today, in case you didn't notice, that we have a couple of new Zen Body packages. Now in Canada, we've never had a Zen Body starter pack, and it's now available to us at $238. We do have in your wholesale shopping cart an incredible plan and our package, and it's called your Zen Project 8 Beta Launch, and it's $295, and it includes one Zen Shake, one Watermelon Zen Fit, 3 boxes of Chocolate Shake, the Pro, and 3 boxes of the vanilla. I know Ian and I were busy at the same time, unbeknownst to each other, calculating what the savings is. In Canada, the savings is $116.60. And in the United States, it's $74.70 saving just in that one package. And the exciting thing is that you also get a shaker bottle, which is worth about $5, so that increases it by $5 more. But you also get access to the electronic program guide. And I believe this means in January, the early part of January, Mike McDonald, who is the fitness and wellness expert from CNN and an author on the New York's bestsellers list, you're going to find that he is going to help coach the people that want to use the Zen Body and get healthy and fit, as well as lose a few pounds. And this is what I've been saying to people. I've been phoning all afternoon saying, listen, there's a new package out for those that want to be healthy and fit and lose a few pounds, because there's nothing worse than saying, you know, you're heavy, you need to lose weight. So it's a very nice way of saying that this is a program that we're all jumping on board and would love to have you with us. And you want to talk about this weight loss program, because if they're going to go on it, I believe it starts January 4th, they're going to need their product ahead of time. And now is the time that they should be ordering it. So it's very important to make your team aware of these deals, as well as get them to talk to their customers as well as your own. Now, another thing that is a big plan for the next year, the New Year's resolution, and that is earning more money. I don't know anybody that wants to earn less this next year than they did this year. Everybody's wanting, no matter whether they're Internet or not, they're all looking forward to having a better opportunity, something that they could work hand in hand with what they've got or replace what they've got. So this is a good time to be talking to people. I find that there's during the December, you know, people are more sociable, and they are so into just stopping everything, meeting you for a drink, a cup of coffee, whatever it is. We seem to be more giving and more open to listening and to hearing what's out there for us. And so it's a perfect time to be sharing this with people that you know. Another tip that you might find is holding open houses. Now, I used to be more in a retail business years ago, and I always held an open house. I got the idea because I used to go from home to home to home, showing them my products, and they would offer me a cup of coffee and a cookie or something like that. And I said, Christmas is the time that I have a chance to give back to you. And what I would do is I put on a huge display, invite everybody, all my customers and people that I wanted to share this with, to my home, and I would serve coffee, tea, Christmas cookies, whatever the case may be. And I would have a sale, and it could be 10% off. It could be you know, paying off, say we have a program this month that anybody that joins the company, particularly with a larger order, you know, the ambassador pack gets the $29.95 waived, and I would pay that myself. There's also, if you have products, we also have the holiday beauty bundle. If you can see this, it's in a beautiful, I finally received mine, and they're in pale blue organza bags. They look lovely, silvery and shiny and shimmery, and a little bow on them. And these you could sell and take the retail profit. You could sell it for $134.95 and throw in the Instantly Ageless for free, or you could do anything you want. But what you could be doing it while there's still time for delivery is you could take orders. If you only have one or two, sell what you have, but take orders for the rest. Some people, if it's just for themselves, they don't mind waiting. If it's a gift, then you've got to be fast and get that done. But there are many deals that you can offer. Just be creative and think of what you could help people with as far as encouraging them to order today rather than next month. So the other idea is hold promotions not only for your customers, but for your existing team. You might have, say, the person that does you can do any promotion you like. I'm just trying to give you ideas here, but you might say the person that holds the most or has the most three-way calls gets a certain gift. Now, it could be product, like I think that $2.95 package would be awesome in the Zen Body. That Zen Project 8 would be a wonderful gift, but it's up to you with what you would like to offer. But what I would do is to make sure that they're not just making three-way calls, but they're lucrative, that they're having success with them, is you could have so many points for the number of calls they make, tell you who they did them with, and the number of sign-ups, and maybe some extra points for the larger packs versus the small packs. And that way, it would build a little excitement during the season. And that would, there's all kinds of promotions that you can have, but that was just one I thought of. Another idea, and why Christmas is such a good, or December is such a good month, is we see more people at this time of year than any other time. We're going to parties. So get out there. And now you don't want to sponsor at parties, but you certainly want to take names, get people who are interested, set them up with appointments. After the party, you can phone them back and say, I enjoyed meeting you. Love to set an appointment next week. Why don't we just have a cup of coffee together? So give me a half an hour or so I can explain this. You want to keep it casual during this year. You don't want to sound like it's a really big deal as far as getting them out right away, but just keeping it casual. People will say, yeah, I'd love to join you for a cup of coffee or whatever, a drink or whatever. Now, the other thing that's interesting is there's Christmas craft sales. I would be going out to these sales and talking to the people that have the booth, because the people that are running the booths are probably looking for an opportunity. They're in it. And I know this from personal experience. I used to do crafts and sell them. It's a lot of work, and it takes a lot of time, and you don't make much money if you're considering per hour what you're making. So they may be open to an opportunity. So that would be a good idea to get out there to these craft sales, talk to people. The other thing that you might find that you'd like to do is, while you're shopping, I was out on the weekend buying a few things, and I bumped into a lady that looked like she was very well put together, well dressed, and I knew she would have excellent taste. And rather running around the store looking for where they put what I was looking for, and in many areas, I talked to her about, complimented her on how she presented herself, and talked to her about the company, and not did a full interview there because she's working at somebody else's time and it was busy, but just getting her input as to whether she'd be open to hearing about it. Love to have you on my team. You've got excellent taste and very professional, and you do well with what I do. How would you, could we exchange information and maybe have a cup of coffee and discuss this? So that was fairly easy to do. The other idea I had was having Christmas parties. You know, in our group, we normally have a Christmas party every year. Every occasion, we often have a party in July when things are a little bit slower. I love to do potluck because everything I do, I want it to be able to be duplicated. Not everybody can afford to make a meal for, you know, 50 people or more. So we've had potluck appetizer parties, we've had potluck dinner parties, and they're fun because you never know what's going to happen. It was really funny because one person said, now what do you need? How much have you got of you know, casseroles? And I said, I haven't got a clue. Whatever happens, happens. I don't take responsibility for it. And somehow it always works out that you have a nice assortment of food. So don't worry about that, but have everybody bring a guest. People love to have fun. And as you're sitting there, you know, what I do is every occasion is an opportunity. So what we do with the guests is I usually serve a drink to begin with, something for them to put in their hands and sip on while they're waiting for everybody to come. And then I will do a very short but good presentation, inclusive presentation on the business. And then while we're finishing up and closing them, I like to close them before the party gets started. My people that didn't bring a guest will usually start working in the kitchen, getting everything out and ready to serve. And then we sit around and we eat and have fun. I have a lot of musicians on our team. So we've had a lot of music at the end, but you can, if you don't have real live music, you can put on some music and kind of create the ambiance that you would like to have for a Christmas party. When the guests that are not in the business see the fun that you're having, a lot of people want to sign up just to be a part of the group and to have a lot of fun. So that is another idea. Now, this morning we did have a little chat about this on the Sapphire and Above call, and some of the people shared some ideas which I thought were excellent, and I thought I would just pass them on to you. I'm hoping to remember everybody's name, but one I can't remember where I got the idea from, but Randy Loving talked about she was asked actually to set up a booth at her friend's boxing club. And at first she didn't think that was going to work out, but she found that everybody was very, very interested in the Jeunesse products, and it was very successful. And she was going on to say you could do this at gyms and fitness centers as well. And I think that the people that are still in the gyms in December are real diehards and very, very interested in their health and their fitness. So it would be very appropriate to do this type of an exercise where you set up a booth and show them the products and order it for them. So I thought that was a great idea. Another person had an idea, which I thought also was very good, was doing the IA, I like to call it IA, and it's instantly ageless, just forgot it for a second, do free demos at salons. I mean, this is a time of year when owners of salons or owners of any business are wanting to give back, to do some customer appreciation. And I think this would be excellent for showing people how our product works. You can have, your video going on your laptop to show them what it looks like, to create the interest. Anything moving, like videos and whatnot, seem to get people's attention. And then offer to do a free demo on one night. And her idea was to charge $10 if you want the other idea. But also you could sell your holiday beauty bundles, or you could also sell just the instantly ageless there and create more customers for down the road when they might want to try the skincare as well. Kim Shepard had an idea of what she's planning to do is organize the calls now for an 8-week program in weight loss. And that'll bring you right into the swimsuit season. And she was suggesting that all the people from her team that want to be on this call and customers share it with 3 people, bring 3 more people on. And you can imagine what your numbers would be like if you tripled your volume. So this also, by having them bring 3 people, gives them a support group to help them stay on purpose with the weight loss. So I thought that was an excellent idea. Another idea that I had was, and this comes from years of being in the retail business, retailing product, direct sales I should call it, and that is, I used to create, there's one group of people, by the way, that do not like Christmas shopping, and for their wife or for their secretaries or their staff, and that is men. And they usually leave it to the last minute, and what I used to do is create beautiful baskets. Just buy a wicker basket, maybe spray paint it gold or whatever color you want to go with, silver to go with the look. And I would present all my products in the basket, depending on what they wanted to spend. I'd find the range that they wanted to spend, give them a little bit of a deal if they bought a basket, and then I'd cover it in saran wrap with a big bow on it. And they were beautiful. Now in the States, you have these beautiful presentation boxes, so that might not be necessary. But what I found with the Luminous packaging, Luminous products, what I found is men really appreciate the gift wrapping and get it done. Most of them don't really care what it costs, as long as it's done and it looks fabulous. So they can take it home to their wife or to their secretary or whatever person that they're looking for. So these are just a few ideas for you to have a wonderful December business-wise. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a very healthy, fit, and prosperous New Year. Thank you for joining us.